Thank you for sharing that. Do you guys see that the session is being recorded?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I don't see it. LinkedIn, Zoom just changed some of this. So good. So the recording's on. What about Srilasya and I had a conversation already yesterday, so I kind of know some of her expectations. Did you have anything specific to add to that, Sri?
No.
About LinkedIn? No? Okay, good, thank you. Harsh, both Harshes?
Oh, wait, sir. I guess it's
You're fine. Any specific expectations, Kevin and Harsh?
Yes, I was looking for the same to like improve my LinkedIn profile. So,
Like Michelangelo? Okay. And Harsh? Okay, because Harsh disappeared. So who wants to start with share? Actually, I have to allow sharing. So I guess I didn't do an intro. So welcome everybody to today's call. This is the weekly business relations call, but today we're specifically focusing on LinkedIn and to Michelangelo's point, how one can tailor their LinkedIn so that it's quote unquote more attractive to your audience. So you guys will notice that it's a similar conversation if you've been to the resume workshops, that whatever activity you do in job search, whether it's the interview, whether it's the resume, whether it's your LinkedIn, you always need to focus on your target, i.e., your audience. What is it that's going to catch their attention to allow me to accomplish whatever I need to accomplish? So the purpose of a resume is to get an interview. The purpose of an interview is so that you prove that you're the best person for the candidate. What is the purpose of LinkedIn? I want to hear some thoughts.
to showcase our skills and connections, maybe.
How is it different from a resume?
well, I guess, sir, we are talking about LinkedIn profile improvement, right? So if someone witnesses our resume, he wants to just authenticate, yeah, this person does have done something. He can view our LinkedIn profile and authorize that, yeah, this person is genuine and has does some work or has some experience.
Okay, has some experience. So doesn't the resume do the same thing?
I mean, just to validate. I mean, but yeah.
To validate because it's another piece of
Hmm.
information? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I have a fake LinkedIn profile, does that still validate me?
Hmm. Yes. I mean, if more validation initial, a recruiter may, go to the GitHub profile too. But yeah, I mean, if it's a fake LinkedIn profile, then that's correct. Makes sense.
Okay, so one of the things that we need to do is really to sync whatever is in the resume to whatever we put in the LinkedIn. The beauty of LinkedIn is resume, it has to be quick because the reader of the resume doesn't have a lot of time, right? LinkedIn, on the other hand, to your point, Harsh, is they're sometimes looking for an additional information to validate the resume. And since LinkedIn doesn't have the same restrictions, i.e., it's not necessarily being read, because when people are going through resumes, they're trying to scan through so many resumes. However, when they go to your LinkedIn, you already showed up as somebody they were more interested in versus a resume. That's why they're looking for more information about you. So the main difference between a resume and the LinkedIn is, first, not a difference. You need to make sure they're synced. And number two, LinkedIn is an opportunity for you to give more information to make the case that you're the person that your target is looking for. Questions?
Yes.
Go ahead. You had a question, Harsh? Were you just agreeing with me? with what I
Yeah,
said?
no, I just agree.
Oh, okay. Michelangelo, did that make any sense?
Yeah, so I see what you're saying is like it gives you additional information because like the resume is just like sort of the surface level, and then when they looked at
It's
your
a
LinkedIn,
surface level because I mean, when a hiring manager is going through resumes, their mindset is, I have a stack of resumes and I have to get through this as fast as possible to find who I want to call in for an interview, right? So by nature, because of what a resume is for, they're going through it as fast as they can so that they can find the quote unquote golden nuggets, if you will, right? Or the diamonds with their stack of resumes. However, once they see you in the resume, they want to call you in for an interview. Now they're doing more of their research to Harsh's point that they need some other piece of information about you. And LinkedIn in today's environment is one of the more obvious ones. That's why it's a professional Facebook, if you will, because you put everything professional on LinkedIn. So it should complement what you have in your resume because you have more opportunity now. They're not rushing to go through a bunch of LinkedIn profiles now versus they were rushing to get through a bunch of resumes to find you. By the time they're looking at your profile, you kind of stood out already and then want to learn more. Does it make sense, Michelangelo?
yeah, so basically what you're saying is like when they look at the resumes, you stand out and they're willing to learn more about you through your LinkedIn.
Yes, very good. Thank you
Gotcha.
for paraphrasing. Very
Yeah, I got
accurate.
you.
Other reactions or questions? Okay, so here's the other thing for today's conversation. You guys are not LinkedIn influencers or LinkedIn content creators. So one of the biggest questions that we get from students is, do I have to post regularly on LinkedIn? That's a yes and a no answer. You're very busy students. If you had the time, yes. Posting more, getting more exposure, specifically in the topic area of what you want to be hired in is a good idea. But we also have to face the reality that you're already very busy with your schoolwork. Okay, so if you have a project or a homework that a professor gave you that is worthy of sharing, and by the way, what is the nature of content on LinkedIn? It's informational. If you're giving information, people love it because that's the LinkedIn culture, right? It's informational. So if you're doing research on a certain topic that you already did for your project or you already did for a homework assignment given to you by your professor, it's an easy way to put a post on LinkedIn that, number one, lets the reader know that you know what you're talking about. And number two, because you're very busy, it's an easy thing to do. You already did the work, so you just post your content because you already worked on it. Okay, I glossed over the details of that. So I want you guys to ask me questions, how that landed on you. Reactions.
But I got a question.
Mhm.
Sir, should I post the projects I am making or I made according to my domain? And the another one was, should I post my resume on my LinkedIn or not?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
Again, because to Harsh's point earlier, if they want more information, and that's also part of why you need to sync your resume and your LinkedIn, because if you post it on LinkedIn, if you have a different resume from what they're looking at, and I'm thinking out loud at the moment, okay? Because sometimes I know some students are applying for different job titles, and we teach that you need to tailor it to specific jobs that you're looking for. So if you're one of the students or alum who have multiple areas that they're trying to apply in, if I did that personally, I would put all the versions on LinkedIn. Because the problem with just putting one in that case is what happens if they saw the quote unquote wrong resume. This is just Bernie sharing his opinion, but now you have to be creative because it could kind of get confusing because now they have multiple versions. But if they see that you tailored it, it also speaks to you and your work ethic. Okay, I'm not going to go into that because I really don't know who the audience is for you who are on the live call. If any of you who are listening to this recording have questions, please DM me directly about the point that I just made. Kevin, did I answer your question?
Sir. Yes, sir.
That was good. Okay. Was there a follow-up or any follow-up from Michelangelo or Harsh or Sri?
So when you're talking about the social media, the social media part, are you referring to like when people sort of flex that they've been some sort of project, that they did some sort of project, or like they got some sort of award?
Not even a word, even just the material, because LinkedIn is informational, right? So if you research a project and the project, for example, was, give me an example of a project, whatever the project was, it's information that you researched. So because LinkedIn is an informational platform where people eat up information when you're sharing it, then you just kind of check two boxes. Number one, I got more visible, and then number two, I reused work that I already had. That makes it apparent to the reader that I know what I'm talking about. Okay, but to your point, Michelangelo, if you had an award, post that too. Okay, so all of these are posting opportunities for you.
I got you.
The only reason I brought up the first part was because you guys are already very busy, and since you already did the work, well, hit two birds with one stone. Submit your homework, and then number two, use it as a post on LinkedIn.
All right, it's a good idea. Yeah, I'll take it.
Good. Anything else? Okay.
I can share my thoughts to it as well. So what you want to post on LinkedIn is up to you, but if you take my example, I started posting about the field that I'm exploring these days. So I am observing that people from that domain are connecting with me, are following me. So if you like, I'm focusing on UX these days, so I'm posting about those posts. So it doesn't matter that what I'm posting, but they are reaching out, like they are seeing my profile and they are asking me about like whether I'm interested in that field or not. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to get the job by posting, but it's connecting to correct audience, connecting to our audience that we want to be in that roles. So you can share like projects that you did, or if you have any certifications that you want to share, you can share. If you attend to an event about the field that you're exploring, you can do that as well. Volunteer work and everything that you want to share.
Sorry, your mic is off.
I just noticed that. Thank you for sharing, Srilasya. It drives the point of what LinkedIn is for. It's an opportunity for additional information on top of the resume. So you notice all the categories that Srilasya brought about. And then from the train of thought, where do you need to post more regularly? These are all opportunities. So little things or accomplishments about you, that's also information, right? Because it's information about you. The information on your projects is general information that you're trying to share, but another category of information is information about you. Okay, this is all information that's all fair game for LinkedIn posting. Okay, thank you, Srilasya. Other reactions or questions?
Yes, sir, I have a question. We were talking about, posting our projects on LinkedIn, right?
Mhm.
But I guess there is another platform called GitHub. If a technical recruiter or if someone is more technical and he want to see our work, he will definitely go to the GitHub and GitHub
Yes.
repository to see our work.
Yes,
So I guess instead of posting projects on LinkedIn, we can post about the article or something on which we are working on, like Sri
Yes.
Lasha said.
yes. I mean, the answer is yes. To your point that GitHub is more technical, and then the more technical people will gravitate towards a GitHub. I say that maybe I would put an intro in the LinkedIn, and then in the comments, I would put the link to GitHub specifically. If you guys notice, I made a differentiation. By the way, for LinkedIn, if you put external links on a LinkedIn post, LinkedIn's algorithm will give you less views. Okay, because they do not like you taking their audience away from the LinkedIn platform. So one of the strategies, whenever you post something and then you have an external link, for example, GitHub, is talk about GitHub in LinkedIn, GitHub, and then say see comments. And then in the comments, you put the external link. Okay, so it takes care of that
Okay.
LinkedIn algorithm problem because they do not like you taking their audience away from LinkedIn. So just a little piece of information. So Harsh, did I answer
Yes,
your
sir.
question? Okay, I
Yeah.
kind of answered your question and then give you a little bit more. So
Mhm.
if I were you, I would post in GitHub and then I would use LinkedIn in whatever, because they both have different purposes, right? One is really for the technical to get in. The other one is more from the business relationships, getting your name out there so that they see that you know what you're talking about. So good question, Harsh. Any more? Otherwise, we'll go into who wants to be the first volunteer to talk about their LinkedIn and get some feedback.
I can volunteer myself first.
Okay, Srilasa, while you show us your LinkedIn profile, please also go to today's post because I shared a post about other students who come through Career Services who demonstrated what we need as minimal LinkedIn content, just so you have a presence on the platform. So open up your profile on one tab and then the other profile is that post that I shared this morning, please. While we're waiting for Srilasya, my LinkedIn profile is constantly changing. Whenever I see somebody else's profile that I like what they did, I try it out on my profile. So that's the other thing about being dynamic. And all of that points back to what is my audience looking for. And if I find a way to catch their attention, I will try it. So in your case for job search, to prove that you guys are worthy professionals in your field, if you see somebody else in your field and you like what they did, copy it, test it. If you don't like the results after you test it, go back to your original. So it's constantly changing. It's dynamic. Whenever you're ready, through last year. I was just doing a commercial while I was giving you time. Meanwhile, if you have questions for anybody else, if you think of anything.
I'm sharing my screen. Can you able to see?
No. Host tools, and it just share screen. Are you guys seeing her screen?
No, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah. Did you share a tab perhaps, Srilasya, and then you picked the wrong tab? Or did you do share screen? Actually, let me share mine just to make sure the functionality works. Okay. I think you just started. Yes, we're seeing it now, Srilasya.
Okay.
Good. Could you go to my post this morning first with the other students? So I can
Okay.
point certain things out and then we'll go to troubleshoot, quote unquote, yours. So in the LinkedIn group. Yeah, so I think I gave, all right, so for Bhavesh, is there any way to make that larger or can everybody see it? The most obvious things in a profile are the banner, okay, and Bhavesh did beautifully, and so did Mariana, the banner. And then if you take a look at their names, Bhavesh put their name, Mariana did it. Let's see some of the other examples if they did something else in their names. Akil did, okay? He didn't just put his name, he put additional stuff. If you take a look at my profile, I put that, masters, and then I also have the word growth catalyst as an additional thing to identify with me. It's about branding yourself. Okay, so Akil's branding himself with all the certificates. Jason didn't quite take advantage, and then what did Manoj do? Manoj didn't do it either. But I just brought up another distinction to you guys that the name is an opportunity to put other things about you, kind of like Akil did. And my profile is similar. You can take a look at how I did that. All right. There's also a functionality, go back to that, Srilasan,
okay.
please. So Bhavesh didn't take advantage, Mariana didn't, but if you take a look at Akil again did it. So Akil studied my profile at one point. So do you see the speaker right next to his name?
Which one?
That speaker, actually go to my profile, Srilasan.
Okay.
Because that was just a picture. Go to my profile and you guys will see that functionality. I don't know if it still exists. You see that speaker?
Yeah,
Click it,
yeah.
but they may not hear the sound unless you did sound. Can you click the speaker? No, the speaker itself. Right there.
The
on
speaker
right.
icon?
The speaker icon. No, where you were at in the second. Once you clicked it open, and then there's another speaker, you click the seconds. There you go. Growth Catalyst. There's another speaker.
Oh, okay.
Hello there, this is Bernie Floreskin. If you're an expert looking to
Yeah, I
grow
can
your
hear you.
organization, we can definitely help you.
So I don't know if this functionality still exists, but it's another way to make yourself visible, okay? The purpose LinkedIn created that was so that you could pronounce your name. If you notice, I did not pronounce my name and I used it as an opportunity to say something else because it's all about branding me, okay? And if you notice, I haven't changed anything about it because number one, I'm in the coaching space now. And number two, I'm in the financial education space. And that I left on purpose so that students could hear that at one point I was reaching out to clients more for marketing purposes because that's what I was doing at the time. I was helping companies market themselves. And that's what I left my message to say. So you guys can explore that further if that's still available and take advantage of it if it's still around. Questions about what I did? So the reason I'm going through all the attributes of LinkedIn and its features is I was in the entrepreneurial space before working in the higher education / career coaching space. And one of my observations was entrepreneurs, even if something was designed for a certain function, entrepreneurs think of ways to promote themselves more or to sell their products more, hence the example of the speaker. LinkedIn designed it for me to pronounce my name. I did not pronounce my name. I used it for other purposes. Okay, so I pointed four things out so far. Banner is very important. Picture is very important. Again, usually for you guys looking for a job, a nice smiling, headshot is good because your objective is so that other people relate with you and they want you to work with them to work with you, right? So what's the easiest indicator? A nice warm smile would kind of indicate that you're a good person that they may want to work with. Okay. In this case, I was trying to position myself as an authority. So if you notice, I specifically picked my picture to communicate that. All right. So you guys understanding where I'm going with this? Your audience on this call is mostly hiring managers. So you have to communicate that whatever is attractive to that audience. Questions? I'm getting you bits and pieces of information as I go along. Questions about what I shared so far? We've covered the banner, the cover picture, we covered the name, and then some of the other features of LinkedIn. Under the name, that's another space where I talk about educator. Actually, let's go back to the profile so that it's more related to you guys. Back to the examples that we had with the 5 students, Srilasya, with Bhavesh. So Bhavesh, what did he say? He said data scientist. So here's one thing that you guys need to know as students. Whatever the job title for your future job is, should show up in this portion, okay? Mariana, she said that she was a student and she didn't quite mention the job title. Maybe she missed it, but my recommendation is aside from student is a very good thing to mention for LinkedIn because when other people see that you're a student, you're exercising your quote unquote student privileges, right? Because hiring managers, they were students once. or maybe you're reaching out to somebody for mentorship, or you're reaching out to somebody for a coffee chat to kind of pick their brain about your specific job and what it's like in the field. When you say you're a student, it makes it easier for you to connect with them because people like to help students. So two things, you mentioned that you're a student, and then you also mentioned the job title. So click the next button there, Srilasya. Jason is going to cover the next thing. So notice how Jason said aspiring, and then the job title that he wanted in the future is building performance analyst. So did you notice how he put the word aspiring and then the job title? So you could say aspiring software engineer or aspiring cybersecurity engineer or whatever it is that you're looking for. Aspiring project manager or project manager aspirant, or you could say future. There's so many ways to do this, and it's up to you what you want to mention yourself as. And then what else haven't I covered? Putting Illinois Institute of Technology is good, especially if you're reaching out to alum, because it's a very quick way for them to see that you came to Illinois Tech or are studying at Illinois Tech. And then if you have affiliations, some people like Jason, they put Illinois Tech for both. I think for the top one, LinkedIn only allows current jobs. So let's say there's a student who worked for Accenture and they may want to highlight it for the LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn only allows the current jobs. If it was a previous job, it doesn't allow you to highlight it. But again, this is all about branding yourself. Questions? If you have no questions, I'm going to go to Srilasya, and I want people to comment on Srilasya's based on the pieces of information I just gave you. No questions, it seems like, Srilasya. Let's go to your profile, please. And then I want people to give feedback according to what we talked about with Srilasya's profile. Who wants to go first? Nobody wants to comment? That's okay. Srilasya will get back at you. She'll also comment on yours. So if you give her a bad comment, she'll give you. I'm just joking. Kevin, Harsh, Michelangelo, comments? She had a good cover photo. Picture was very very professional with a nice. It's not quite a full smile, so that's good also. Michelangelo can speak, but something I wanted to point out was that the photo put a photo of her. Yeah, that she put a photo, yes. And you could change this whatever you want. You could play with it. So what's a job title that you will be applying for eventually, Srilasya?
UX research.
Okay, so you may want to add that there, so it starts, getting eyeballs that and start branding you in the UX researcher space. Okay, then you said Illinois Tech. Actually, two things that I might say, Srilasya. Illinois Tech, they already see that it's Illinois Institute of Technology. I may drive the point home that you're a student, so I might even say MS student, so that it drives that home that you are a student, to the earlier point that we made. But again, all of these are suggestions. It's your profile. Do what you want to do with it. Okay, but I'm just giving you the information so that you get to think about it at least and decide.
Okay.
Scroll down. Looks like Harsh and Kevin can't speak either. The About section, for you folks who come to the resume efficiency workshops and we talk about summaries, that's talking about results. The About section is another area to highlight and make you relevant immediately. To Harsh's point earlier of people go to LinkedIn to get more information about you. Number one, putting the stuff in your summary drives the point home and mentions again why you are the best candidate in that job. I'd like to point out that the About section is another area where you could do that aside from doing what Srilasya did. Okay, Sri just kind of shared more information about her, and this is good.
This is not updated one, so.
Okay, do you want to? Let's check out Bhavesh, probably. Let's see what he did, because I know Bhavesh just got a job. Bhavesh Talreja. He just got a job in Philadelphia. Let's see if he updated it. with the new job. So he didn't change his cover. Let's see what he did with his name. He said data analyst because that's the job he's doing for, and then he wants to brand himself as knowing leveraging data, et cetera, former senior data analyst. He's driving the point home that he had experience prior to being a grad student, prior to being the data analyst at his current job. I don't think he's, oh, I think CodePath is probably his current job, right? Let's go to the jobs part, Srilasya. No, he hasn't
He's
updated,
currently
he hasn't
working.
updated his resume at all. I mean, his LinkedIn. So, which happens, okay, because we get busy. And then let's see what he put in his about section. So possible conversation starter, allowed to play. Okay, he's catching attention and he's being different by helping the reader of his profile. He's kind of saying possible conversation starters. He's giving a different aspect of Bhavesh, saying that he loves to play ping pong, cook, and food enthusiast. So there are all sorts of ideas that you could apply to your LinkedIn. And this is what I was talking about earlier, that if you like something somebody else did in their profiles, feel free to test it and see if you get if it's beneficial for you. And then he talked about his name just like Sri did, and then they put information. So just actually, can you go back to my profile, Sri Lasya? Again, I'm in a different space because I'm not looking for a job, but to give you guys ideas, go to my about section. So I'm in the financial education space. So you notice I'm talking about my targets, but if you notice, there's a section there for students, graduates, and then the students and graduates was when I was promoting a program that I created, Graduate to Hired. So my profile at that point, I was reaching out to directors of universities. BJ, my current director, happened to be one of the directors I reached out to. So the point I'm bringing out to you guys is based on your target, because as you go through your entire career, you have different audiences that you're trying to target. So I left some of that in my current about section so that I could use it as examples for students if I wanted to talk about it, and to give you an idea that it's constantly changing. So the part that Sri did and Bhavesh did is in that part where you have Bernie Floresca in different letters. And then I'm talking about, yeah, I'm an educator, yada, 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 just like Sri did and Bhavesh did, where they're talking about themselves. So feel free to do whatever other folks are doing, but it is always about your reader. What is it about my audience that I want to use to attract their attention? In your case, you're looking for jobs. You want eyeballs from hiring managers, so you need to be talking about what they're looking for.
I have a
If you want
question.
to
Go ahead, Michelangelo.
copy.
So when it comes to your text, I see that most of your text has different bolding and fonts. Do you do that on purpose so that it pops
Yes.
out?
Yes. And again, I've been testing this as well. Okay, sometimes I see somebody else, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool, or whatever the reasoning is. So to your point, Michelangelo, yes, I've been playing around with it. Sometimes I see it, and then, even sometimes after a year that my profile looked like that, I'm like, that doesn't look quite as I intended it, because obviously it had a good effect. That's why I tried it. And then it changed with my audience or the way I want to present myself, because it's branding about you. Answer your question, Michelangelo?
Yes, thank you.
Cool. Kevin, Harish, Srilasya,
Yes, sir.
let's go back to Srilasya's.
Sorry, guys. I have to go.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man. We'll send you the recording. Appreciate you
Thank
joining
you.
us today, Michelangelo.
Take care.
So the things to consider, aside from the prime real estate on top, is the about section and then activity. Scroll down, please. This is where people will see everything that you posted, but under this, did you do featured, Srilasya?
No.
Okay, so go back to my profile, please. So aside from the Oh, you see there, it's very prominent. So after services, it shows featured. So these are posts that I want my audience to see immediately. So Srilasya, or to Kevin's point earlier, if you posted a resume, for example, Kevin, it would be a post that you would want to feature. So people will just see this immediately because these are pieces of your content that you want them to see first. Like Harsh was saying, you know, if you were branding yourself for a specific kind of company, you could highlight your posts that would be attractive to your audience. And again, featured is another feature of LinkedIn to highlight your activity. So aside from activity, you have the featured space. So Srilasya, let's go to your profile. And let's take a look at some of your activity and see in real time which you may want. Like that curious about UX. Do you think that's something that you may want to feature, or you have something better, you think?
No, I think I have better posts.
Okay, so let's go through it and we can demonstrate to the audience how you do this. Actually, just pick one because you could always
This
remove
one.
it.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, so on top with the 3 dots, click feature on top of profile. Very good. And now refresh your profile so people see that you have a distinct section now, aside from activity, that's called featured. So
Yeah.
aside, there you go. Okay, so if I were you, Srilasya, I may want to repost that because again, this is about branding. This is all text. Usually pictures catch the attention of the reader. So you may want to repost whatever you shared here with a picture, and then that's what you feature. So I'm glad
Okay.
actually that you didn't have a feature so that we could point that out. Questions about what we just did with featured?
No.
Yes, Kevin, featured would be a good place for you to highlight a
Yes,
resume
I'm
post.
thinking about the same.
Yes. And then scroll down, please. And then experiences. So this is where she talks about vice president, puts as many things. And then distinct. Are there any questions about what people are seeing on Srilasya's post? So if you notice, Srilasya is maximizing, you know how she has under student assistant, she was adding content that were relative to her being a student assistant. So she's maximizing all the features of LinkedIn to give more information about her. Sometimes if it's like a group post or maybe awards, anything that's out there, to Harsh's point earlier of giving them another aspect of you as a professional. Anything specific that you wanted to point out to, Sri, from your post or from your profile?
I have question regarding the description that we want to keep in the experience area. So I'm student assistant at career services. So what type of information that I have to keep? Like, is it have to be same as what I keep in resume, or does it have to be something else?
Depends on your purpose. So if your purpose is job hunting, then the same reasons that we designed the resume, I would put, you know how you had bullets that were very specific that talk about, you know, your results or whatever, this would be a good place to put it. But in your case, is student assistant to the UX designer job that you want eventually? Maybe not. So maybe don't waste their time to put anything in here. So you
Okay.
see, again, it's everything that we said earlier. Whatever your target is really what it's like a resume, really, right? It's just you have the ability to put more stuff. So I think you have sufficient information there, Sri. Do
Yeah,
you
for
want
the
to?
teaching assistant thing that I did, I only mentioned the subject name and the professor that I worked under.
Yeah, you get to control that. And again, my question, if I was putting in my profile, would be, what would my audience want to see? And that answers the question as to what you should
Okay.
focus on in your LinkedIn. Other
Okay.
questions, Srilasya? Otherwise, we'll go to Kevin and Harsh.
So for this, can I make it relevant to the job that I'm applying for in the experience descriptions?
It's not can I, you should.
Okay.
Right? I mean, because it's not really a decision as to whether you should or you should not. I mean, if the whole point was really job search, again, it's the same reasoning when we talk about the resume, right? You need to show you as the best candidate, and LinkedIn is another opportunity too. So aside from syncing the information from the resume to your LinkedIn, because you have the ability to put more information on LinkedIn, say more about what you think they will be looking for.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you for sharing. Srilasya, who wants to go next? Harsh or Kevin?
I can go, sir.
Okay, so Kevin, I want you to do a self-assessment based on what I said. Tell me what you're going to change in your LinkedIn profile based on our
So,
discussion so far.
first of all, featuring my resume and
We're not seeing
projects.
your screen,
Okay,
sorry.
so can you see?
Yeah,
Your
we can
mic
see.
is off. So
Yeah, you're mobile. Oh, I like the Kevin. Yeah, I remember seeing this. I remember seeing this. The only thing I would suggest to you,
the
just being
profile
a
photo.
the profile photo, yeah, come closer, man. You're too far.
Yeah.
And then this is kind of like a Facebook photo, kind of looks like a cool photo, but again, it doesn't, for the LinkedIn platform, this isn't the best picture. Okay, so a professional headshot where you're closer, preferably smiling, or like Srilasha, she wasn't quite smiling, but that's how she wants to present herself. You know, this is up to you. How do you want to brand yourself? The other comment that I would make is to make it, you took the time obviously to create your banner with your name. Okay, that was pretty cool. I would also think of color matching, if you will.
Okay.
Okay, because you obviously designed the cover, right? So it would
And
make it look
yeah, so
coordinated, like you really spent time. This already looks like you spent time, but it takes it to a next level when they're both coordinated. You see, these are all opportunities.
it was actually a gift by someone who I helped on the LinkedIn. She was a UI UX
Gotcha.
designer and she designed for me.
Okay, tell her to change the color.
Yeah, sure.
Good job. Did you take advantage of some of the others under your name? Let's go back up to your name. So your name was just your name, right? You could add other things if you want to. Okay,
Good
kind
job.
of like mine. I called myself a growth catalyst, and then data scientist. Oh, you kind of did it in the next line over. I'm just saying that your name is another opportunity to do what you did in the data scientist part, and then you said building. So you're not taking advantage of your student card, Kevin. Just heads up. Okay.
Okay.
And then scroll down, open to Word, suggested for you, analytics, that's regular internal. And then your activity, you could also do what Sri did with the featured section.
Yeah, I'm looking for featuring my projects and resume.
Yes,
Because as the
yes.
horse shared, someone also told me that you don't post projects here, post it on GitHub. So I stopped
Well,
posting.
post it on both, yes.
Actually,
Because Harsh asked that question earlier. For the really technical, they're going to be looking for GitHub. So, you know, by all means, get all technical out there. But again,
yeah,
make it an opportunity to have another shot at having content. He's just talking
okay.
about the GitHub.
So I used to post the projects like this on the LinkedIn, and then I just
Is that
stopped.
an external link? It's an external link because you
Yeah.
said view the dashboard.
Okay.
So you know what I was talking about earlier, right? Where I
Yeah.
wouldn't post the external link in the body. I would post it in the comment. And then sometimes in the comment, there's the 3 dots on top. Actually show that right now for the people listening in. Open the comments. Okay, you see that comment that says,
Okay. Feature on top of the profile.
no. I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about the comment. The
Yeah,
actual
this
comment.
is in the.
See where it says thank you? And then there's 3 dots where Nicholas Mancari. three dots on the right side.
Yeah, I just pressed that.
No, I don't want you to press it. I just want you to hover over it because you're not gonna do it. You don't want to highlight Nick's comment. I'm just saying that where Nick put a comment, and then if you put the external link where Nick has the thank you for your help, and then you click the three dots on the comment, that's internal LinkedIn now.
Okay.
Try it right now. I want you to hover over the three dots by Nick's
Sir,
comment.
on the mobile phone, it won't over.
Oh,
I
won't let you
think.
do it? Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it for maybe back to Sri Lasha, or if Karthikeyan joined the call. Welcome, man.
Any other suggestions for the profile?
Okay, let's go to the bottom of your profile. What else? Education. Okay. For masters, click the pencil by your education. So click the pencil. So you notice how scroll down further. You notice how it's talking about activities in societies. Description is another place to talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
But it didn't ask how come it's not allowing you to put extra other links here. Maybe it's better on the yeah, media. There you go. That's what you
Yeah.
saw on Sri Lasha earlier, where she was adding other media, other links within their education. So I'm just saying explore all of this because these are all opportunities to share your projects or whatever else you're doing at Illinois Tech or outside of Illinois Tech. Does
Okay,
that
sir.
help, Kevin? So
Yes.
these are more opportunities to showcase you. So push came to shove, go study my LinkedIn profile because I've maximized every possible feature of LinkedIn to use it. So just see the capabilities with what I do and then do it on your profile. Okay? Questions, Kevin?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna complete my profile. Just add the Amazon certifications also
Yes.
here. And
Yes.
about the about.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. 139. So Harsh and then Karthikeyan. Were there any questions about, I don't know when
Yes,
you
sir, I
came
would
in.
like to show my
Hang on,
profile.
hang on, Harsh.
Yeah.
Karthikeyan, did you have any questions about what you've heard so far?
No, not really.
Okay, so you're listening in. I'm gonna send you the whole recording, Karthikeyan. It's gonna be in the group, so you will get the full
Yeah, sure, sure.
call for today. Harsh,
I'll go through the link.
yeah, please share,
Thank
Harsh.
you.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Share your screen, Harsh, and then give us a self-assessment of yours based on the discussion so far.
Is my
You're
screen
also
visible?
on the phone. Okay, we may have to go
Is
back
it-
to Sri Lasha to talk about what I spoke about earlier.
Is it visible
Yes,
now?
yes. So you're missing a banner,
Yeah,
right?
first thing
And
is
you,
banner.
and then you posted a Facebook picture, machine learning, NLP. Oh, you didn't use the student card also, another opportunity. Scroll down, please. Okay, so you don't have a featured either. So did you understand
No.
what we talk about for the featured? Actually, this
Yes.
thing where you're volunteering to help other students with their resumes would be good as a feature at the
As a
moment because
feature,
it
right.
shows, yeah, because it shows that you like to help others. So that's a very good characteristic,
Point.
obviously, for teams. Yes.
Yes.
Keep scrolling, please.
I'll-
Wow, look at you, 1,006 impressions for the sharing. That's good.
Thank you, sir.
Education, keep going for education. So the same thing, yeah, the same thing that Sri Lasha did. And then remember how Kevin was going through all those links where there are other opportunities to add external links, etc. Take advantage of all of that as you continue your work,
Yes,
both
sir.
at Illinois Tech and outside.
Mhm.
Questions?
Yeah, I mean, the point of posting your resume. I mean, LinkedIn do have a feature called inside where you can just add your resume
No,
and
it's
for
a post. It's a post, and then you have to attach it as a PDF.
oh, so uploading resume as a post. I mean, why someone would view my post as a resume? Will it
Because
be relevant?
that's the only way you can upload it to LinkedIn. You see, these are LinkedIn limitations.
I mean, if I see the settings, as you can see, and here, data privacy and job application settings. Here we already posted the resume, which is visible to the recruiters.
Well, yeah, but how many keystrokes did you do to get to it?
Okay, so what you are asking is I should post my
I'm
resume
not
as a
asking
post.
you to do anything. This is all
Oh,
about you.
I mean,
Okay?
what you
So,
suggest.
but do you understand what I'm pointing out? You're speaking like somebody who knows what they're doing with LinkedIn. What if
Hmm,
at your favorite company, the HR
hmm,
person who happens to be
hmm.
going through the material doesn't know LinkedIn? Then you just lost
Okay.
your opportunity,
Oh,
right? You
hmm, hmm,
know that LinkedIn has all these capabilities, but
hmm,
not everybody knows what you know. So remember when we talk about resume, it's
hmm, hmm,
always about your audience. It's always about making it easier for them. And in this case, I'm glad you actually asked the question because we just
hmm,
expanded it further. What if part of your audience, because
hmm.
they're not all the same, right? So to
Okay.
your point that it could have been uploaded on LinkedIn,
Hmm,
but I
hmm.
want to making it easier as a post, as a featured
Okay.
post specifically.
Okay.
Make
Makes
sense?
sense. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Harsh. Any other questions, Harsh?
No, sir. First,
Alright.
I'll make some changes in my LinkedIn profile
Yes,
and I'll get back to you for the feedback.
yes, Karthikeyan, we have a few minutes if you want to go. And then we have Srilasha, Kevin, and Harsh giving you comments.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen. But I'm also on mobile.
That's fine. So Kevin, Harsh, and Sri. He hung up. He hit the wrong button. So while we're waiting for him,
Shall I just, share my screen to explain
go
it?
ahead. Explain the three dots. Is that what you wanted to explain, Sri?
Yeah, I
Oh.
haven't used that, so I just want to learn it.
Okay,
Um,
great.
can you see my screen?
No. Are you guys sure that I'm recording this session? Because I'm not seeing a recording button from my
Yes,
end.
sir. We can see
It's
the
recording. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, you see the three, yeah, anything. So remember the whole point of why I'm you see that copy link to comment?
Yeah.
So assume that in the comment, you posted the external link. So now when you click copy link to comment, it's an internal LinkedIn link that you could put in the body so that when they click it, LinkedIn goes down to where your comment is. And it's additional visibility to the external link.
Okay.
Did that make sense, Sri?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Karthikeyan, are you back for good or are you gonna hang up on us again?
No, it was totally by mistake. Sorry.
I know. I do that too. So I know exactly what happened.
Yeah. Just share my screen once again.
Yes. And then you're gonna get comments from your colleagues here on the call. Because they learned a lot today. Srilasha, we weren't able to get into the mindset that you brought up to my attention about LinkedIn yesterday. So I guess it'll be another session. Keep me honest in keeping that, because that was a good topic.
Okay.
And Kevin and Harsh seem to be regular. So if we forget, Kevin and Harsh remind us. What Srilasha was
Sure.
talking about was
Sure, sir.
more along the lines of posting. So Karthikeyan, what's up?
Is my screen visible?
No, that's why I keep on talking, man.
Yeah.
There you
Is
go.
not-
Yes. All right, comments from your colleagues, profile. All righty, so I want to hear what Sri, Kevin, and Harsh have to say.
So
Nothing?
far, has a good profile picture, and the background LinkedIn banner is
Profile
same
can even
similar
get
to-
closer.
Yeah.
Profile can get closer. Did you hear that, Karthikeyan?
Yeah.
It's better than Kevin and Harsh's. You're a little bit closer, but it's not like Srilas's. Remember, it's about your audience. They're trying to determine whether they want to work with you or not. So, I mean, it's a nice, relaxed posture or whatever. But again, smiling kind of communicates more. It's up to you. Okay. It's just first impressions that we're giving you. Karthikeyan. Questions?
No.
Okay. Other comments about what Karthikeyan has under his name? No comments?
As we discussed, he might add what job he's looking for. Just
Yeah,
like as
So the job
value.
title, Karthikeyan.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. How about teaching assistant versus student? What are you guys' thoughts?
I would
I
go
believe
by student.
teaching assistant gives more value because he is being student and he's still meant connecting with students and explaining things. That is what teaching assistant does. So
What's the effect to the hiring manager? Which's better, student or teaching assistant?
I think teaching assistant will give more, I'll add more value because
Mhm.
it does shows communication. Like he is good at communicating with the fellow peers.
Other opinions? Kevin, you were trying to say something, or was that harsh?
No, sir, I think that
Didn't say
student
anything.
privileges might work.
So the reason I bring it up is I want you guys to start thinking about your audience again. What would be more attractive to them? So teaching assistant has its reasons why it would be more attractive. Student has its reasons why it may be more attractive, but just like resume, this is your job search, so you do what you think will work best for you. Does it make sense, Karthikeyan?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Keep scrolling, please. So he didn't take advantage of featured either. Did you catch the discussions on featured, Karthikeyan?
Yeah, I do saw
Okay.
that.
So you could use it. So my general comment to you is just like I told everybody else earlier, study my profile, take a look at all the features that LinkedIn has, because I certainly maximized it. And all of these are opportunities for you to showcase your work as a student, as a professional, if you worked before coming to Illinois Tech, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Questions, Karthikeyan?
No.
All right, good. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Any final questions for today's LinkedIn session?
No. I
No
don't
final
have-
questions? Thank you for coming for today's knowledge on LinkedIn. The recording will be sent out shortly, and have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.
You
Thank
too,
you.
sir.
All right, bye,
You
guys.
too, sir. Have a nice day.